For decades, the dream for many Indians was clear: study hard, work hard, and someday make it to America, the so-called land of opportunity. But something surprising, even shocking, is happening today. The story has flipped. More and more Americans are packing their bags, boarding flights, and moving to India. Yes, you heard that right. The same country that once saw millions migrate to the West is now becoming a magnet for Westerners, especially Americans. And it's not just tourists or short-term backpackers. We are talking about long-term expats, professionals, remote workers, and even retirees who are choosing Indian cities as their new home. Why? The reasons are as diverse as India itself. Some are escaping the crushing cost of living in US cities. Others are searching for spiritual growth, yoga, and holistic healing in places like Rishikesh. Many are drawn by India's booming tech hubs in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Gurugram, where opportunities rival those of Silicon Valley, but with a fraction of the rent. And for some, it's about culture, community, and a chance to live a life that feels richer in connection and meaning. Across India, expat communities are quietly growing, blending in with local life, from sipping chai in neighborhood cafes to running startups in bustling metros. But which cities are truly attracting Americans the fastest? From ancient holy towns to futuristic skyscraper hubs, this is the countdown of the top 10 Indian cities where Americans are moving fast. The world is shifting in ways few could have predicted a decade ago. In the United States, the cost of living has skyrocketed. Housing prices are at historic highs, healthcare is expensive, and even basic groceries feel like a luxury for many families. Add to that rising student debt, political polarization, and a work culture that leaves people exhausted, and you start to see why so many Americans are rethinking their future. At the same time, remote work has exploded. Since the pandemic, millions of Americans have realized they don't need to be tied to one city or even one country to build a career. All they need is strong Wi-Fi, a laptop, and a place that allows them to live better, not just work harder. This is where India steps into the picture. Once known primarily as a destination for outsourcing, India is now a global hub of opportunity. Tech startups are booming, multinational corporations are setting up major offices, and the cultural scene is thriving. But beyond business, India offers something rare: a blend of affordability, deep traditions, and vibrant modern living. In India, you can rent a spacious apartment, eat delicious food, and even access world-class healthcare, often for a fraction of what it costs in the US. For Americans seeking more than just survival, India offers richness: festivals that light up entire cities, yoga retreats that heal the body and mind, and communities that feel welcoming and alive. So, where exactly are Americans choosing to settle? Let's dive into the countdown of the top 10 Indian cities where Americans are moving fast. The Pink City kicking off our list at number 10 is Jaipur, famously known as the Pink City. With its grand palaces, sprawling forts, and streets painted in rosy hues, Jaipur is a city that feels like stepping back into history. For many Americans, the charm of Jaipur lies in this unique combination of heritage and daily life. Imagine renting an apartment with a view of the Amber Fort or walking through bazaars that still buzz with artisans selling hand-woven textiles and jewelry. Jaipur has quietly built a reputation among expats, especially artists, designers, and cultural researchers. Many come here to study traditional crafts, architecture, or even to find inspiration for their own creative work. Unlike the rush of New York or Los Angeles, Jaipur offers a slower rhythm, one that encourages reflection and appreciation rather than constant hustle. What makes it even more appealing is affordability. Heritage homes and modern apartments can be rented at prices that would shock anyone used to US housing costs. Add to that the low cost of food, transportation, and local services, and it's easy to see why Americans feel they can live richly here without breaking the bank. The expat community in Jaipur has also grown around yoga retreats, handicraft workshops, and cultural festivals like the Jaipur Literature Festival, which attracts global authors and thinkers. For Americans craving community, art, and a peaceful lifestyle, Jaipur offers a chance to live in history while still enjoying modern comforts. The spiritual capital at number 9, we travel north to the foothills of the Himalayas, Rishikesh, often called the yoga capital of the world. For many Americans, this is not just a city but a calling. Famous for its ashrams, meditation centers, and Ayurvedic healing traditions, Rishikesh has become a magnet for those seeking a spiritual reset. It's not unusual to meet Americans who arrived here for a short yoga retreat and ended up staying for months, or even years. Some open wellness businesses, from boutique yoga studios to holistic cafes. Others dedicate their time to training under Indian gurus, learning meditation practices, or even becoming certified yoga teachers themselves. The natural beauty adds to the draw. The river Ganga flows powerfully through the city, framed by hills and suspension bridges where cows, monkeys, and people all cross together. For Americans escaping the stress of corporate jobs and traffic jams back home, Rishikesh offers peace, the kind that feels almost impossible to find in the West. One can hear countless stories: a former Silicon Valley tech worker, now running a meditation retreat, a nurse from California practicing Ayurveda, or young professionals choosing Rishikesh as their remote work base while balancing spirituality with modern careers. But beyond lifestyle, it's the philosophy of the place that captures people's hearts. Here, life is not about rushing to the next meeting, but about balance, mindfulness, and living with purpose. For Americans burned out by stress culture, Rishikesh represents not just a city but a way of life. Kochi, gateway to Kerala number 8, takes us to the lush southwest coast of India. Kochi, the gateway to Kerala. For Americans looking to combine natural beauty with modern convenience, Kochi offers an irresistible balance. Known for its serene backwaters, coconut groves, and stunning sunsets along the Arabian Sea, this city feels like living inside a postcard. Kochi has long been a trading hub with Portuguese, Dutch, and British influences, and that history still shows in its architecture and cultural mix. But what really draws Americans here today is lifestyle. Many are choosing Kochi for ecotourism opportunities, sustainable living, and access to world-class Ayurveda centers. Imagine working remotely with the sound of tropical birds outside your window, then spending weekends cruising the backwaters or joining yoga retreats in Kerala's green countryside. Remote workers especially love Kochi. Internet connectivity is reliable, co-working, spaces are growing, and the cost of living is a fraction of what you'd spend in US coastal cities like Miami or San Diego. Renting a waterfront apartment or even a villa here is often cheaper than a modest one-bedroom in Florida or California. Kochi also has an international cultural pulse thanks to the Kochi Muziris Biennale, one of Asia's biggest art festivals. This global event has transformed the city into a meeting point for artists, writers, and creators from around the world. Many Americans find themselves not just spectators but active participants in Kochi's creative ecosystem. For those seeking a mix of natural beauty, affordable living, and a thriving cultural scene, Kochi is more than just a city, it's a lifestyle choice. India's cleanest city. Coming in at number 7 is Chandigarh, often praised as India's cleanest and most organized city. Designed by the legendary Swiss-French architect Le Corbusier, Chandigarh is unlike most Indian cities. Its wide, tree-lined avenues, carefully planned sectors, and abundant parks make it feel almost European in design. For Americans accustomed to suburban order and green spaces, Chandigarh feels familiar yet distinctly Indian. What makes Chandigarh especially appealing is its quality of life. While cities like Delhi or Mumbai can feel overwhelming with traffic and chaos, Chandigarh offers a calmer pace. It's safer, cleaner, and easier to navigate, making it an attractive option for families or retirees from the US. The city also excels in healthcare and education. Chandigarh is home to renowned medical institutions and universities, which not only attract American professionals in these fields but also provide excellent services for expats who move here. For many, the assurance of strong infrastructure and reliable facilities is a deciding factor. The expat community in Chandigarh is closely tied to academia and startups. With growing interest in innovation and entrepreneurship, Americans are collaborating with local talent, mentoring students, or even launching small ventures. And when it's time to unwind, the surrounding hills of Himachal Pradesh are just a short drive away, offering weekend escapes into nature. Chandigarh may not have the hustle of India's megacities, but that's exactly its strength. For Americans who want modern infrastructure, safety, and a touch of order in an otherwise vibrant and unpredictable country, Chandigarh is a clear winner. The Pearl City at number 6, we head to Hyderabad, the Pearl City, and more recently, the beating heart of Cyberabad. Once famous for its pearl trading, today Hyderabad is one of India's fastest growing tech hubs, attracting Americans in droves. Hyderabad is home to massive campuses for global giants like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Many Americans move here as part of international assignments, outsourcing management, or to launch their own tech startups. The city has become a magnet for IT professionals who want the dynamism of Silicon Valley without the astronomical costs. A modern apartment in Hyderabad often costs a fraction of what you'd pay in San Francisco, yet the opportunities for innovation and collaboration feel just as exciting. But Hyderabad isn't just about work, it's about lifestyle. The city is a cultural melting pot, offering everything from historic landmarks like Charminar and Golconda Fort to a booming film industry often referred to as Tollywood. And of course, no conversation about Hyderabad is complete without mentioning its world-famous biryani, a dish Americans quickly fall in love with. For many expats, Hyderabad strikes the perfect balance: cutting-edge technology, affordable living, and a rich cultural heritage. It's not unusual to see American tech workers spending weekdays in sleek glass offices, and weekends exploring centuries-old bazaars or watching local cinema. For Americans seeking both professional growth and cultural richness, Hyderabad is more than just a job location. It's a city that feels like the future while staying rooted in tradition. Student and tech magnet cracking the top 5 is Pune, often called the Oxford of the East, because of its many universities and research institutions. For Americans, Pune represents a city of ideas, education, and innovation. Professors, researchers, and international students from the US are increasingly choosing Pune for exchange programs, academic collaborations, or even long-term teaching positions. But Pune isn't only an academic hub, it's also a growing IT powerhouse. With its thriving startup ecosystem and strong presence of multinational companies, Pune has become a magnet for Americans working in software, engineering, and entrepreneurship. Many view it as a smaller, calmer alternative to Bengaluru, offering similar opportunities but with less chaos. The climate here is another selling point. Unlike the humidity of Mumbai or the extreme heat of Delhi, Pune enjoys a more moderate weather pattern year-round. Add to that the nearby hills and weekend getaways like Lonavala, and it's easy to see why Americans love living here. Beyond work and study, Pune is also a city of culture and creativity. Expat Americans have opened cafes, cultural exchange centers, and even language schools, building bridges between communities. Festivals, music concerts, and a growing nightlife scene ensure that life in Pune is never dull. What Americans find most appealing is the balance: modern tech opportunities, a strong academic environment, and a lifestyle that's less rushed than India's megametros. For those looking for both growth and peace, Pune delivers in the Silicon Valley of India. At number 4 is Bengaluru, the undisputed Silicon Valley of India. This is the city where technology, innovation, and ambition collide. For Americans working in IT, startups, artificial intelligence, or fintech, Bengaluru is often the first choice. With its booming tech parks, world-class co-working spaces, and thousands of startups, it's no surprise that Americans are flocking here to either work with multinational companies or launch their own ventures. The culture of collaboration is strong. Co-working hubs in Bengaluru buzz with entrepreneurs pitching ideas, investors scouting talent, and freelancers building networks. For expats, this creates an environment that feels both familiar and exciting, very much like San Francisco, but at a far lower cost. Speaking of cost, that's another big draw. Renting a modern apartment in Bengaluru often costs just a fraction of what you'd pay in San Francisco or Seattle. Dining out, transport, and even medical care are more affordable, which means Americans can focus less on survival and more on innovation. But Bengaluru isn't just about work, it knows how to play too. The city has a vibrant nightlife with pubs, live music venues, and a growing cafe culture. Add in its pleasant climate and cultural mix of people from all over India, and it becomes a city where work-life balance feels achievable. For Americans seeking opportunity, energy, and a cosmopolitan lifestyle without Silicon Valley stress and prices, Bengaluru is the perfect fit. The maximum city sliding into number 3 is Mumbai, the legendary maximum city. Known as India's financial hub and Bollywood capital, Mumbai has an energy unlike any other place on earth. For Americans, it represents the heart of India's cosmopolitan life. Expat Americans here are often involved in finance, media, entertainment, or NGOs. Whether it's working in investment banking, collaborating with Bollywood studios, or volunteering in community projects, Mumbai attracts a diverse crowd. With English widely spoken, it's also one of the easiest cities for Americans to adapt to quickly. Of course, Mumbai isn't cheap by Indian standards. Housing costs are among the highest in the country, and space is limited. But compared to New York City or Los Angeles, even Mumbai's premium apartments and lifestyle still come at a relative bargain. What makes Mumbai truly special is its unstoppable rhythm. This is the city that never sleeps, where business deals are struck in skyscrapers by day and film premieres light up the night. Americans who thrive on energy, hustle, and ambition find Mumbai exhilarating. It's chaotic, yes, but also endlessly inspiring. For expats seeking a city with global connections, career opportunities, and a unique cultural vibe, Mumbai is a place where every day feels like a new adventure. Delhi NCR, Gurugram and Noida. Number 2 on our list is the Delhi NCR region, specifically Gurugram and Noida. Together, they form a powerhouse of political, corporate, and media activity. Gurugram, often called India's Millennium City, is filled with gleaming skyscrapers, luxury malls, and multinational headquarters. For Americans, this city feels instantly familiar. It looks and functions much like modern business districts back home. Many US professionals in corporate management, consulting, or startups are based here, making Gurugram one of the top choices for expats. On the other side, Noida is booming in media, IT, and film production. Americans working in journalism, television, or digital startups often find themselves here. Its growing infrastructure and proximity to the capital make it a strategic location for those working in both private and government-linked industries. Of course, living in Delhi NCR isn't without challenges. Traffic congestion, pollution, and the fast pace of life can be overwhelming at times. But for Americans focused on career growth, the opportunities outweigh the downsides. Proximity to embassies, international schools, and expat communities also makes it easier to settle in. At its core, Delhi NCR offers Americans the chance to be at the center of India's political and corporate heartbeat, a place where influence, power, and opportunity come together. Paradise for digital nomads topping our list at number 1 is Goa, India's coastal paradise and a global hotspot for digital nomads. Known for its golden beaches, palm trees, and laid-back vibe, Goa has become the ultimate destination for Americans seeking both work and leisure. Remote workers, artists, musicians, and retirees from the US are flocking here for its unique mix of affordability and international community. Villas by the beach, modern co-working spaces, and yoga retreats create a lifestyle that feels almost dreamlike. Imagine working on your laptop with an ocean view by day and enjoying live music under the stars by night. What makes Goa truly stand out is the community. Americans blend seamlessly with locals and other expats, creating a cultural mix that is global yet deeply rooted in India. Cafes double as networking spaces, art markets showcase talent from across the world, and spiritual retreats offer balance beyond the work grind. Compared to living in coastal US cities like Los Angeles or Miami, Goa feels like a bargain. Affordable living, easy access to nature, and a slower lifestyle attract those who want to escape the stress of America's fast-paced culture. For Americans chasing the dream of freedom, creativity, and balance, Goa is more than just a beach destination. It's a new way of life. So there you have it, the top 10 Indian cities where Americans are moving fast. From the royal charm of Jaipur to the spiritual calm of Rishikesh, the cultural buzz of Kochi to the futuristic skyline of Gurugram, every city offers a unique reason to pack your bags and call India home. Some Americans are moving for tech jobs in Bengaluru and Hyderabad. Others are searching for meaning in Rishikesh or balance in Goa. Some are chasing opportunity in Mumbai's finance and entertainment industries, while others are enjoying the peace and order of Chandigarh. Together, these choices reveal a bigger story. The world is changing. India is no longer just a country that sends talent abroad. It's becoming a magnet for global talent, a place where people from the US and beyond are choosing to build careers, communities, and even retire. So the question now is, would you consider moving to India? And if you did, which city would you choose? The beaches of Goa, the energy of Mumbai, or the innovation of Bengaluru? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe for more content that explores the world in new and unexpected ways.